and a lot of things that you don't want to be called or be.
Well, why are you saying that now? It sounds like you're putting down your own religion when he's called it religious people
Yes,
hypocrites.
well, I'm putting down religion as per se, as an organization that gets filthy rich and exploits people, because that reflects the character of Jesus and the God that I see in the Bible. It's like if I was an atheist, but I believe in God, you know, and I conduct myself and I have guilt and I confess my sins, and then I go to your thing and say, I'm an atheist. What you would say to me? You're a bad atheist.
Yeah. And I just want to offer a point of clarification. This may sound probably strange to you, and I can understand why, but we don't really consider ourselves religious. Okay.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah. And,
actually, I admire that.
Yeah. What we consider religion, generally speaking, is a man-made system to try to. It is some type of a god, or some religious. It's a belief that is made up by man. Whereas we would define ourselves, you might think it's silly, whatever, but what we see is having a relationship with God. Now, what unfortunately can happen is that we can go from having that relationship through Jesus Christ,
So to me, Doug, it doesn't make any difference. Because
right.
you believe,
I know.
You see, it does sound silly to me, because you believe exactly what's in the Bible, sometimes more so than religion people do. In fact, what was it, the bishop the other day, 2 years ago, when the other pope was still going on, I know it's Catholic, but it's a religious thing we're talking about, said that evolution should be accepted by religion. Did you know about that, right?
What do you think? I'm curious, what do you think about it? You think
well, of course, that's a good start. Of course, the Pope comes in and goes, no way!
Yeah.
Changes his mind.
Okay.
So, they kind of flop back and forth. But you believe in the book, you don't believe in religion. That I admire, because if there was a religious, I'll get to you next, if there was a religious leader telling you to go to war, you wouldn't. You'd say, well, if the Bible says it, I'll do it. If the Bible doesn't says it, I won't do it. The problem with the Bible is that there's so many bad things to behave like, to make yourself feel better. It's kind of like, it takes all the pleasure in life, and then makes it bad. And then you're going to go to hell if you do that. And then somehow it takes some of the bad things and makes it good. I wish I could give you specific examples, but I have to study that.
Do you know that the heaven will be full of bad people?
Wait a second. This guy's next.
Oh, yeah.
See, we believe in a personal relationship.
I
It's
believe you
good that you share your B&E with us. That's breaking and entering, and that's a felony, by the way. I used to be a criminal too.
I thought it was at 15. I thought it was a misdemeanor underage.
I used to be a bad person, and through that relationship with God, through Jesus Christ.
Can I talk about that?
No, let me finish. I did change my life. And as a matter of fact, to continual seeking of Him, He told me today that I can rest of my works of trying to be good, because He already did it for me. See, it's something that I believe, and I immerse myself into it to believe, because it changed my life. See, I had no desire to sell drugs. I had no desire to hit the bars. I had no desire of doing things that I used to do that are called sin.
I'm going to answer his question.
No. Now, the question comes now. It seems to me that you go to great extent to prove there is no God.
I didn't say that, sir.
Why?
I did not say that. I said there's no evidence of a God. I did say there might be a God.
Okay, I am giving you my point of view from here, because it seems like you go, let me rephrase it, you go to great extent to prove there is no evidence of there is a God. Why?
Prove that there's no, I don't have to prove. You, sir, are the ones saying, as a group, you, are the ones saying that there is a supernatural power that is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. You, sir, are the one that has the burden of proof, not me. If I come to you and I say that there's a flying spaghetti monster, I have the burden of proving to you that the flying spaghetti monster actually exists. If I come to you and say Bigfoot exists, take a look at these footprints. You wouldn't believe me.
Right.
You wouldn't believe if I came to you and said, look, I have proof of a leprechaun. And millions of people around the world believe in that leprechaun.
You
wouldn't believe that either.
You are good with words. But
Oh, that's a good answer then.
Wait. You put a lot
It's
of
not good
stuff
with
on
words,
that
it's simply a
paper.
good answer.
You write your paper and you probably prepare it for a long time and all
Oh,
that. You
no, I just
let
said
me
a lot, you know?
Let me finish.
Okay.
See, you mentioned homosexuals and then you change it so you have a window of exit.
Oh,
Now I tell you.
No, sir, I
Let me ask
answer the
you-
question
let me
directly,
finish
I
the
do not
question.
change the
Let me
answer.
finish the question. See, you mentioned historians, and then when
Historians?
Doug asked about who,
Historians.
historians,
Historians.
you know, Josephus.
That's
The
correct.
only one
I
who were
apologize.
able.
I apologize for that.
Okay, wait.
I did not bring my materials for that.
Okay, well, see, you brought a lot of stuff because, see, sometimes when people want to not face the truth, they go around and around and
Well,
around.
I have an idea. Why don't I had some of the guys prepare a little bit, and you've been very gracious. You're
I got one
a
more
lot of
question
things
that's been
thrown at
very
you.
patient back there. And I have to answer your question before we go on. Can I do that too? those
Yes,
two things?
yes, of course. But then I'd like us to, we'll sort of present, why we believe. Okay,
As
and then
long as it's within 30 minutes, that'd be great. I'll be open to that.
yeah, we won't go on all night. We'll stop
Yeah.
at.
Vaughn will command the camera.
So we have
to answer your question,
wait,
sir.
he still didn't answer the question.
That's right.
Why does he go to great extent?
No, you, actually, it's not a question, it's something you said earlier.
Okay.
Well, why do I go to great extent? It's so enjoyable for me to explore this. I happen to be on the other side, the enlightened side, where I believe that what I see around me and the world is what is my personal truth. That's why I'm excited about it, because I found an intellectual home. I found a group of people that in some ways are very smarter than me, and I want to learn from them, just like you want to learn from you are excited about your personal God because he has so much to offer, and there's so much to learn in that book, especially if you take every verse and times 6 different interpretations. But let me answer your question. You had a hard time, you said before, and Jesus got you out of it, right? You were an alcoholic, or I don't know what was your prison, or
Well,
it could have been
it doesn't
anything.
really matter.
Let me put it to you
It's a
this way.
life sin.
If there was no Christianity, would you become a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist? Or would you simply seek the company of your family and friends to support you to get out of whatever you're doing? You don't need your God to get out of something bad. You need something else besides yourself. You need the Hindu God, you need Alcoholics Anonymous, you need your family and friends. You just chose God. You might say that he chose you, but I believe you just chose your God because that was the most comfortable way to get out of your situation. Now, let me finish before you get out of it. Before I get out of it, because there's a good point to make. As an atheist, I can't do that. I have to get out of my own problems by myself. You think that's easier than saying, God, help me? No. It's a harder thing to do, to get out of it by myself. If I'm in deep doo-doo, and I'm an atheist, I can't say, man, I'm just depressed, I'm taking medication, my wife left me, my dog died, my mortgage is gone. What am I going to do if I'm an atheist? I got to roll up my sleeves and get to work. That's what I do. Your question, sir.
Let me make a comment on that. See,
Jeff, why don't we move on?
yeah.
Okay, your questions to me or your presentation to me?
Well,
I first of all want to ask you a couple of questions. You said that